Hello everyone, welcome to Vic's Tarot Guidance. Welcome all of you that are new and all of you returning today to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you're interested in booking a reading, you can book through Etsy or Coffee. All the links are down below. So in today's reading, we are going to tune into an interesting one, and we're going to be asking, how does the person on your mind think you feel about them, or how you feel towards them? So it's an interesting little mix up of the situation to see how they think you feel about them. So we have three different groups to pick from for today's reading. We have group number 1 here with the rabbit and the Septarian crystal for today, for you, group number 1. Then we have group number 2 with the whale energy and this beautiful Carnelian crystal, Carnelian stone for you, group number 2. And for group number 3 here, we have the deer and we have this beautiful Chevron amethyst crystal here for you, group number 3. So these are the 3 groups that you can pick from for today's reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of like zoom you a little bit closer so you can see all the cards. Let me just do it a little bit more. There we go. So pause the video if you want to take a little bit more time in picking your groups, and I'll see all of you in your chosen groups. The timestamps are down below in the description box and in the pinned comment below this video. Hello, group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you guys have picked this gorgeous rabbit animal plus the Septarian crystal as your crystal for today's reading. So in today's reading, we are going to be focusing on the question of how does the person on your mind think you feel towards them? How do they think you feel about them? So let's see here what wants to pop up. First of all, with the rabbit, and then we're getting into some tarot as well. So this is not necessarily the truth of the situation objectively, but it is your person's perception. So the Septarian crystal that you have picked points to someone feeling that the other person sees them in a very meaningful or serious way, and it can imply an old soul type of energy, patience, and seeing someone as committed, seeing someone in relationships as lasting. So this person perceives you as someone lasting. So they think you feel them as someone who is significant or important in your life. They also think that you take the connection very seriously, that you're not taking this connection as a casual connection. They may also feel you see them as someone stable, wise, and strong. There is an overall sense here that they think you view your connection as something that could last or grow slowly. They may also feel you are emotionally quite mature, or that you're emotionally mature around them, or that you observe them carefully before acting. So you're kind of very careful in how you are approaching things, how you're interacting with things. With the rabbit, though, the rabbit energy is really all about sensitivity and caution. In a way, also like a bit of a nervous attraction and vulnerability. So this person, they believe you might feel shy or even cautious about them, or shy or cautious around them. they kind of feel you could be easily affected by them emotionally, that you're very sensitive to their moods or the shifts in their mood. And even that you possibly feel a bit intimidated or even nervous around them. Not necessarily always, but that there are occasions when you're like a little bit, it's like skittish in a way, just a little bit nervous around them. This person believes or feels that you care about them, but hold back. That's maybe because of some respect or because of fear of getting hurt, but they just feel like you hold back a little bit. The rabbit also carries just gentle affection energies, that kind of gentle softness. So they think your feelings are quite soft, tender, and if necessary, also protective towards them. There's also a feeling here of this person believing that you would be able to really relax around them if they provided that type of presence. So they feel like you could just really like, relax, like kind of turn into a puddle around them if they allowed for that to happen, if they kind of held the space for you to be able to trust enough to really surrender and let go. They feel like you could really trust them if they allowed themselves to create the space for that trust. So that's what I'm picking up here. I want to keep this in the middle. Okay, so tarot cards. Which tarot cards? Which ones? Okay, let's go with the Tarot of the Abyss. So, how they think you feel about them. Oops. Okay, we have the Moon reversed. So they feel like they think you feel like you're connected, like you have like a soul bond or a really strong connection of some kind. We have the Eight of Wands. It's just falling out. We have the Emperor. And we have the Ten of Swords as well. And we have the Hanged One. Really love this card, by the way, like, because it's really like a hanged man, you know, this is the perspective, and then we have the actual hanged man perspective. Really love this card. Really deeply. Okay. So with the Eight of Wands energy, for those of you who are in a more romantic relationship, this person, they think you feel a strong pull or like attraction towards them, like a very natural attraction towards them, especially like with the birds kind of flying in this way. The birds are naturally, instinctively drawn to travel to the south or wherever they are going. So yeah, they think you feel a strong pull or attraction towards them. So in their mind, your feelings may have come very quickly or intensely. Your feelings may have been shared with them very quickly, very intensely. You just feel like you feel this kind of instinctive pull towards them. They may believe you want communication or movement between the two of you, and your feelings are quite active and or passionate. There's like a feeling, the person believes that something about the connection feels fast or even hard to ignore. But basically here, what's going on is that they sense energy and momentum from you when it comes to this connection. Now with the moon reversed, this person thinks you feel a soul bond or a kindred soul connection, or like a strong bond energetically with them. They feel like you can feel them. They think you can sense them. You may have told them this already. They feel like you are connected to each other, and they also think you feel that. But they may think you're trying to also understand your feelings for them, or that you're coming out of confusion right now. So from this person's perspective, you might have had mixed emotions about them before. For some of you may still have some mixed emotions about them. They are also thinking that you may be slowly realizing how you are like actually really deeply feeling about them. It's not just kind of this instinctive draw towards them, but how you're like deeply, soulfully feeling about them. They're also thinking that you are trying to see and understand the truth about this connection, which I'm guessing, based on, you being here and watching this reading, is actually quite an accurate perception. So if nothing else is accurate, like from your point of view, that's for sure accurate. So they may actually think that you're trying to figure them out emotionally as well. Like you're trying to understand them, you're trying to understand yourself, you're trying to understand this relationship and where things are standing. Now with the Emperor here, they think that you are approaching this connection in a very structured, controlled way, that you're being very discerning, that you feel like you need to be very discerning in this relationship with them. For some of you, the Emperor here does also indicate how this person thinks you see them, which is just like a little ego stroke, like they're like, yeah, I'm really amazing and wonderful. So, they likely think you see them as someone who is strong, masculine, or has like a lot of masculine quality, is in control, is respected and or powerful, someone who has authority or leadership energy. Like for a lot of you, if you're thinking about a man, they are kind of stroking their ego, thinking about how amazing you think they are here. But yeah, they may believe you admire them even, or that you think they are hard to read, but also just super duper impressive, This could also, for some of you, mean that they think you want stability from them or with them, that you want to build something stable, that you want to stand up to convictions with them, or that you really want to, be in your convictions when it comes to this relationship. So with the Ten of Swords here also, this is indicating to me that this person thinks you may feel hurt or betrayed by them to a degree. So they think you just have been hurt by them, either consciously or unconsciously, or that something between the two of you has ended painfully and it's still hurting you. It's still in your mind, it's still in your consciousness. So they may actually believe that they hurt you in some way or betrayed you in some way. They may believe even that you feel disappointed or emotionally exhausted within this relationship or in this connection. Or that something in the past that has occurred has made you feel disappointed in them to a degree, or even emotionally exhausted to a degree. So in their mind, they think they caused you pain, like the connection sometime in the past has reached a breaking point for you. With the Hanged One here, they also think that you may be waiting, observing, or emotionally paused in regards to them. So thinking that you're still thinking about a particular situation or about something that has happened in the past, that there's something that you are maybe struggling to let go of or resolve. They may think you are looking at the connection from a different perspective now as well, that you haven't fully moved on from something. So this is the energy of reflection and suspension. They may think that you're still like kind of suspended in this connection to a degree, like there's something here that's still very much alive for you, something that you're struggling to resolve or make sense of, bring clarity to, or gain truth about. So in their mind here, to kind of like sum it up a little bit, you probably have or have had strong feelings or attraction towards them. They also think you went through confusion or are still going through a period of confusion about this relationship. They think you respect or admire them in some way, but also feel deeply hurt by something that's happened in this relationship. And they're also thinking that you're thinking about something that occurred here, likely this hurt or this betrayal or something else here that you're still struggling to make sense of, or that you're still confused over, that you're thinking about this from a distance, that you're trying to reflect about it and look at it from like a bird's eye view even. So this person's perception might be something like them thinking that you care or have cared about them a lot, but they ended up hurting you. And now you are stepping back and trying to understand everything that occurred between the two of you. There's a sense that they believe your feelings towards them are still like alive, they're still real, but the situation has become painful and even complicated between the two of you. So that's kind of what's coming across here. Let's see what messages this person has for you now. What would they want to tell you? Okay. I only want you. I'm so happy when I'm with you. And I've not been able to move on. So they're also saying that they still want you. I feel like this person is also still kind of stuck on you or thinking about you. I do not know how to explain myself. Yeah, they don't, like, it makes sense with regards to these cards. They've done something to hurt you and they don't know how to make sense of that themselves, or how to explain that to themselves or even to you in a more clear, honest way. This person is also still thinking about you, has not been able to move on, but they're keeping their options open, you know, so they're not settling down with anybody. They're still keeping their options open. Plus, they're also keeping their options open to, on occasion, hang out with you again, or to potentially have something of value with you again. We have, I'm scared to fully allow my emotions for you to flow out here. So we have Aries energies and we have Cancer, Pisces energies here. And let's see what else. So let's get you guys some guidance cards some divine abundance cards. You just see what you need right now. So what does Spirit want to tell you? For group number 1, please. We have loss. So Spirit is coming to you with the message that sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Let's see what else. Okay. We have right now as a message. So right now, Spirit wants you to know to stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You will soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. This little invitation to stay in the present, to stay in the right now. Let's get one more card. We have sacrifice. Okay, interesting. So sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It is a sacrifice to love. And also, when something is cut away or out of your life, it is protection. It may not look at protection in that moment, but it is protection. That what is cut out of your life does not serve you, is not for your highest well-being. Even though it may seem very, very unfair in the moment, it may feel like loss in the moment, it is actually for your highest good. Even though the ego does not understand that always, and it's even maybe years later that the ego starts to really get the message about that. So that is all that wants to show up for you guys today for today's reading. So thank you so much for tuning in and sharing your energy with me. If you guys want to book a personal reading, you can book through Etsy or Coffee. All the links are down below. And if you want to connect to 18+ pick a card readings, you can make sure to tune into those on my Patreon for some more spicy content. Make sure to comment, let me know who this was, and like, subscribe for more tarot readings coming your way. Send you guys so much love and blessings, and I will talk to you again in future readings. Have a lovely rest of the day. Bye. Namaste. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So you guys have picked this beautiful Carnelian stone as your stone for today, and you have picked the Whale Spirit card for today's reading. So in today's reading, we're tuning into how they think you feel about them. So how does the person on your mind think you feel towards them? Okay, so let's see here what wants to show up. What I do want to note is that this is a reading about your person's perception. So how the person on your mind believes you feel about them. This is not necessarily the objective truth about your connection. It is your person's perception that we are tuning into, all right? So just wanted to make that little disclaimer here. So let's start. So we're going to talk about the Carnelian a little bit. So I'm just going to bring it back. So you guys have picked the Carnelian stone. The stone kind of wanted to be a part of this reading today. So the Carnelian stone embodies passion, confidence, empowerment, or just a sense of fire, life force, energy. And Carnelian is strongly tied to bold emotion, attraction, creativity, and courage. So when someone perceives this energy from another person, they would usually think that they feel drawn to them. So what this person thinks you feel is that you feel drawn to them, that you feel passionate towards them, that you feel attracted to them, that you feel very drawn, tempted by them, very, very strongly, that you feel very strong, fiery, passionate emotions towards them. That you may see them as exciting, attractive, invigorating, inspiring, you know. They think you feel even motivated or energized by them or by their presence. And also that you might believe you have more confidence around them or even desire towards them. This person believes that you're attracted to them, like physically as well. So from their perspective, your feelings seem warm and passionate and alive rather than distant or indifferent. They may also think you see them as someone who brings out your bold side, as someone who kind of lights your spark, lights your fire. Now with the whale is about emotional depth and resonance and like a soul connection as well. It's really about just diving deeply. So this represents just really deep emotional waters, intuition and soulmate connections or kindred soul relationships. So this person, they think you feel a deep emotional connection with them, like a deep soul tie or a deep bond with them. They sense something spiritual or even fated about the relationship. And they think you feel strong empathy or understanding towards them. They also think you see them as someone important to you on an emotional level. So the whale here also suggests emotional respect, like a sense of emotional intelligence and understanding and sensitivity. This person, I feel like they think you are very sensitive to them or very aware of them, very aware of their emotions. And that you do not have any shallow feelings in this relationship, that your feelings are very deep, even though you may like not always express them. So together, these energies are, creating quite an interesting water plus fire mix, because the Carnelian is all about passion and attraction, a sense of vitality that they think you feel around them. And then the whale is all about deep emotions and a soul connection or like a kindred soul vibe, like you really get each other. This person feels like you get them, but they also believe that you feel like they get you, or they hope that that is the case. So this person may believe that your feelings for them are both passionate and emotionally deep. And in their mind, you might feel strongly attracted to them. Also feel a meaningful emotional bond. See them as someone special or significant in your life. And they believe or they think you feel both excitement and emotional depth with them when you're in their presence, when you're talking to them or interacting. So let's see what the tarot wants to tell us. So overall, based on just like the energy here, they believe that you are drawn to them and feel something powerful about this connection, something that goes very deep for you. It is attraction, but not just attraction. It's something much, much deeper as well. So let's see what the tarot reveals. So we are using the tarot of the abyss. So very cool tarot deck. Very cool one. Let's see what shows up, you guys. Okay, so, oh, the Three of Cups. They kind of think you feel like they're the type of person you could party with, or like you could drink something together with. Let's see what else. Okay. So we have the Fool. The Fool. What else? We have the Seven of Wands. Ooh, we have two more. So we have the Devil. Yeah. Hell yeah. I feel like there's some projection here going on. We have the Five of Wands. I get one more card for you guys. I don't know why, but with the devil feels to me a bit like this person's projecting onto you also their own attraction. Because I feel like there's like a mirroring energy going on here. Because this is also how they feel about you. We have the Two of Swords. It's such an interesting Two of Swords. Okay, I'm going to just zoom you guys out a little bit. There you go. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so just keep in mind that I just personally feel like this is some projection here. This person could be like also experiencing a very deep attraction to you, a very strong soul bond, something very passionate towards you, maybe an addiction of sorts, or like very deep, passionate, obsessive feelings. They're also kind of projecting onto you. Or both of you could be feeling that, and there's a mirroring going on around that. Okay, let me just fix your camera a bit. Did I even move it? There we go. Okay, let's see here. Now let's read the cards. Okay, shoo. With the Three of Cups, they may think you enjoy their presence. They may think you want to party with them or drink with them. And they think you genuinely like being around them. So in this person's mind, you might feel happy or uplifted by them. You may feel like friendly or even emotionally warm towards them. They also believe that you like the connection and you like the relationship, and that you feel the connection is fun and positive, mainly between the two of you. This is also something that they could just be reading based on the interactions that the two of you have had, kind of on the surface level. So they think you see them as someone you want to celebrate things with, you want to spend good moments with, have friendship with, have a lot of joy with, kind of have a drink with, laugh with, kind of just spend lighthearted time with. But then there's like this deep undercurrent of emotional strength and connection in this relationship. It's a very interesting connection for you guys. Okay, moving forward with the Fool. They believe you may want a fresh start with them or new experiences with them. This can mean they think you feel curious about them as well, that you would be willing to take a chance on the connection, that you would be willing to grow this connection or see where it goes. They may also think you see them as someone who brings excitement and adventure. And it also suggests they may feel you approach them openly or playfully, or both. They also, they perceive you as young. So they perceive you as a person who feels like they want fresh, new opportunities, new experiences, who want to kind of explore life. That's what I'm picking up here. So with the Seven of Wands energy, this person thinks you're also defensive a bit, like that you're afraid to be vulnerable, like you're defensive or emotionally protective of yourself. So they think you feel something strong towards them, but they're also guarding yourself, you're guarding your feelings. They think you are protecting yourself emotionally. They may even think you might feel like you need to stand your ground around them. And I'm also hearing that you need to make sure that you are not destabilized by them. So they may think that they have like a power, quote unquote, over you, that they can destabilize you, and they feel like you must put a lot of effort into not being destabilized by them. That's also just, I just can't shake, like we were getting to the devil now, and I just can't shake the feeling of projections going on here. So yeah, the devil, moving on to the devil. We talked about projections with this one immediately as it came through. But yeah, the devil here, of course, indicates again a strong, intense attraction. The attraction for sure that borders on obsession. This person thinks you feel a magnetic pull toward them, possibly a connection that feels very, very hard to ignore. And sometimes this also means that they think you feel very tempted by them, that you're a bit obsessed with them, or that the chemistry between the two of you is just very, very, very strong. And this just, again, indicates that they feel the same way. Or that they feel like this, and they're kind of just like putting it on you. With the Five of Wands energy here as well, this suggests they think your feelings about them are including some inner conflict, or a little bit like conflicted inside. So they might believe you go back and forth emotionally about them, like you're not sure about them, that you may feel competition, tension, or just like a push-pull energy in this relationship. They may even believe you sometimes feel frustrated about the situation between the two of you. It's kind of like they sense mixed signals or emotional chaos in you. And again, like if this doesn't resonate with you guys, it's very likely projection here. Now with the Two of Swords, they may think you are indecisive about them, or that you're undecided about them, about where you want to stand with them. They think you are maybe blocking or even hiding your true feelings. Like you're not fully revealing how you really deeply feel about them. Like you're kind of keeping some things to yourself, taking some things to the depths of the ocean with you where no one can find them ever again. I don't know why I felt like being dramatic. Like I felt so much like being dramatic right now. Anyway, so yeah, they actually think you are kind of undecided about them. Like you don't know where exactly you stand with them. They may believe also like that you don't know who you are to be with them. Like who or what person, how much do you reveal to them about yourself? Which aspects of yourself, which parts of yourself do you reveal to them? So basically, in their mind, you may avoid fully expressing your emotions, or they even think that you're trying to stay neutral, or that you're trying to protect your heart by not making a decision about them even. There's just like a feeling here like you're kind of protecting yourself, like you're cautious with yourself, with your feelings. That you may be even cautious with their feelings as well. So before we move into this deck, so the overall perception here is that this person very likely thinks your feelings towards them are quite intense and complicated. So in their mind, you may enjoy them and like being around them and feel curious or even open to the connection. But that you also guard your emotions. That you feel strong attraction, chemistry, obsession, and temptation. And likely also because of that experience some inner conflict about your situation, or there's like an actual obstacle, conflicting situation within your situation that they believe or think that you feel an inner conflict about. And that you may sometimes, or actually that you may just avoid making a clear emotional decision about them. That you're not expressing yourself, your truth. That you're trying to stay just neutral and kind of like calm and patient with regards to the overall situation, whilst also protecting your heart. Let's see, that you're just not making a clear emotional decision about them. Yeah, they're asking, is there still a chance? So these are just messages from your person now that we're looking into as a little treat. So let's see what else. Okay, we have, I'm not sure if we can fix this. What else did I want to say? Okay, we have, I do not know how to explain myself. So this person is struggling to explain themselves to you, explain their behavior to you, their choices, their decision. I never told you how I really felt. So they also kept stuff to themselves, or are still keeping things to themselves. Okay, let's get two more. Yeah, I have not been able to move on is here. And then we have, I can't deny my feelings. So it's quite obvious this person still feels feelings towards you. And they also believe that your emotions towards them are both passionate and deep, but they're fighting those, but they are fighting those feelings, like, but they also believe or think that you are fighting those feelings, or that you're unsure about what to do about them. For some of you, this person may sense that you sense that they feel deeply towards you, and they believe that you're fighting those feelings as well, or you're just unsure about what to do about them, about your intuition, about their feelings, you know. It kind of goes both ways here. There's like a strong mirroring perception energy happening here between the two of you. So you guys, before we get into the oracles and into your guidance, I just want to say that the vibe in this person's mind is something like that they're trying to understand you, that you're trying to understand them. They think that you are drawn to them and that you care about them, that you are doing your best to keep this connection lighthearted and fun and joyful and fulfilling, but that you're also deeply feeling conflicted about the situation and that you are holding back. That's it. Okay, let's see what guidance Spirit wants to meet you with or give you. So let's see, what's the guidance for you, group number 2? We have 2 cards. So we have ease and we have inner power. So we have inner power. The message is give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So Spirit's literally letting you know to focus on your own inner power at this point. And then we also have ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So basically, just a little mantra for you guys. Let's get one more. Okay, this one. Okay, so we have deepening. Gorgeous. Once you're on earth, for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping, detachment, and surrender. They bring the peace of God or the peace of the universe, however you want to frame it. I also feel like I want to share with you guys the bottom deck energy, faith. So we have miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. So let it just settle. Let the messages settle within you. You can also write these down, keep them as little mantras or just like little reminders for today. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to finish it off here for today's reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and spending time with me in today's reading. We do have energies of Capricorn mainly showing up here today. And we also do have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. And I do want to note, like, there is water energies, of course. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio need to be mentioned. And I also feel like Gemini, Aquarius energy is present here as well. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys want to book a personal reading, you can book through Etsy or Coffee. Links are all down below. And if you're interested in 18 plus, more spicy readings, you can check those out on my Patreon, also linked below. Thank you for tuning in, sharing your energy. I deeply appreciate it. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how this was. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Bye. Namaste. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you guys have picked this gorgeous Chevron Amethyst crystal as your crystal for today, and you've also picked this beautiful deer spirit for today's reading. So in today's reading, we are doing a reading on how the person on your mind believes or thinks you feel about them. I want to give out a little disclaimer before we get into this. This is not necessarily the objective truth of the connection that we're going to be talking about, but your person's perception of you, right? So it's not the objective truth, it's how they believe, so how they think, what their perception is, what their point of view is here. So we have these two to start us off with, and then we're going to get into some more tarot. So with the Chevron Amethyst energy, there's already like a spiritual bond that the two of you share. So this person, they believe you to have a calming effect on them, but I feel like there's an uncertainty in how you're actually feeling towards them. This person, I feel like, worries that they may unsettle you, or that they may be too much, or kind of too intense or too invasive. Even in interactions with you, they kind of think that they may be, like kind of overstepping into your field sometimes. So the Chevron Amethyst itself carries calming amethyst energy, amethyst intuition, combined with some more clarity and insight. So this tells us that this person believes you see through them on a deeper level. So they think you feel a spiritual or significant intuitive connection with them. They think you understand them beyond just the surface level, so beyond just what is perceived objectively in the physical world, beyond just what they say. You kind of read them beyond that surface level, and you see them, or are able to see them, with a great deal more wisdom, compassion, and insight than many people can. This person that's on your mind as well, they feel something with you that is more meaningful. And they also think that you may feel the same. So they think you feel something meaningful in this connection, something that's more meaningful, at least, than just ordinary attraction between two people. They think you are emotionally and spiritually aware of the connection between the two of you, that you may be like even more spiritually aware of this, or more emotionally aware of it than they are, and that it affects you a great deal more. So they kind of feel like this connection, or like the relationship that the two of you share, that it is more deeply felt by you. They're not sure to exactly what degree, but I kind of sense that you may be more sensitive to them, or more sensitive to the bond that exists between the two of you. Now with the Deer, we again have this very sensitive, gentle energy, a sense of kindness, presence, nurturing as well. So the Deer energy is just like an overall very soft, pure energy, and an emotionally very gentle energy. So this suggests this person thinks you feel compassion and kindness towards them, and that you feel a soft emotional affection towards them as well. Maybe even a protective or strong, caring energy towards them. They think or believe you also feel very sensitive, or have a great deal of sensitivity towards their moods, towards how they are feeling, or towards how they are like even expressing their feelings in the physical world. Like you can really clock that very easily, become very attuned to that, and be very sensitive to that. So sensitive to kind of like the environment with which they come through in interactions with you. So when I say environment, it's basically like their mood, how their atmosphere is affecting you, the atmosphere of their being, how that is affecting you in interactions. They feel like you're very sensitive to that, basically. And the deer here also implies emotional vulnerability. So they think you feel very tender, delicate, soft, gentle emotions toward them. And so together, this Chevron, Amethyst, and the deer create a very kind of gentle, kind, sensitive, soulful energy. So this person that's on your mind, they think you feel a very deep, intuitive understanding of them, that you see them with kindness and emotional softness. They also believe and think that you have very, very sincere and pure thoughts, pure feelings towards them, and that you care about them in your own quiet, gentle, soft, compassionate way. So in this person's mind, your energy towards them feels very calm. It feels very calming to them. It feels very spiritual to them. And emotionally also, it feels very sincere. It's just softness. It's very much a deer energy, you know. It's like softness, kindness, gentleness, acceptance. And also they believe, so the person on your mind, they believe that you understand them very deeply, much more deeply than you may let on. And that you also care about them in a very, very gentle, soft way, but also like care about them a lot more than you let on. Like you feel it a lot more deeply than you may let on. So let's see here what wants to show up with the tarot now. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using the Tarot of the Abyss, this gorgeous tarot deck. So let's see here what wants to pop up for us today. And just shuffle 2 times, I feel like. I want to shuffle quite a bit. There we go. Okay, let's see here what wants to show up. Okay, group number 3. I'm hearing things are moving quite quickly. So there could be a lot of movements in this person's life right now. This could be happening, transpiring quite quickly. Okay, we have the Devil. Interesting. This person may feel very drawn to you, but they're trying not to hurt you because they perceive you as this gorgeous, like soft, tender deer person. Let's see what else. We have the Wise One reversed. Let's see. So how do they believe you feel about them, please, Spirit? We have the Fool. Okay, interesting. We have the Fool here. Then we have the King of Pentacles reversed. I do feel like some of this could be your person's feelings as well. Like some of this could also be like projection onto you. Because I feel like this person is attracted to you sexually as well. We have the Lovers. This is such a lovely Lovers card. Like this is one of my favorite Lovers card in the decks that I possess. Such a gorgeous one. Or do we want one more card? Okay, one more card, please, Spirit. Okay, we have the Star. Okay, gorgeous. So let me just zoom you guys out a little bit. We have a bit more space. There we go. So let's talk about this. So what I want to note is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. This is a very, very significant connection. So for a lot of you, this could be a very strong soulmate, kindred soul, twin flame energy even. You guys are intertwined energetically and you mirror each other profoundly. So what I'm going to be talking about here is how this person believes you feel about them is also at least in part mirrored in how they feel about you. So it's kind of like you both feel the same, or they could even be projecting their own feelings, their own unresolved, difficult feelings onto you. The things that they're struggling with, they could project onto you as things that they believe or they think you feel about them. So just kind of take this into account when listening as we continue. So as said, they think you see them from a space of deep perception, gentleness, compassion, spiritual awareness, emotional sensitivity. Now, with the devil, this person may also believe that you feel a very strong magnetic pull toward them. With the devil here in their mind, you may be very attracted or drawn to them. And they may also think that you find the connection between the two of you very, very hard to ignore. Like you're very drawn, very connected to them. And you feel some intense chemistry or temptation towards them. Now, again, as said, this could be projections as well. This person is kind of putting onto you. It's very likely you both feel this way as well. So they may sense like very powerful desire or attachment from you, but this also to me indicates that they feel the same way. This person also feels very strong desire and attachment towards you. And there's a sense here like they don't know how to reconcile that or how to deal with that. And likely you don't know how to deal with that either. So I do feel like there's a strong mirroring energy aspect here. So the wise one, the Hierophant reversed here. So this is Taurus energy. With the devil we had Capricorn energy. So with Taurus energy here, they think your feelings towards them don't follow normal, quote unquote, or traditional rules, or like this relationship somehow steps out of the usual, out of the ordinary, out of the traditional. That this relationship is a bit different than what the norms of society may dictate. They may also believe that your connection feels different or unconventional to you. They think you may even question often the traditional relationship structures and how traditional relationship structures unfold. This person kind of believes that you may question how society operates as well, and that you like to pave your own path forward. But what's also for sure here is this person thinks that this is very specifically directed at you. This is not what I'm seeing as projection, but what they actually think you feel. So what they actually really, really think you feel is that you see the connection as something unique and something that's outside expectations. So something that doesn't fit the usual mold. Something that's kind of outside expectation, something that you learn how to go through as you go along. And they may even feel that your feelings don't fit a typical mold, so don't fit a typical pattern, a typical expression within a society. It's like your connection is different. It operates based on its own patterns, based on its own structure. What else? With the Fool, this person thinks you feel open and curious about them, that you are often feeling spontaneous around them, or that you're just open to exploring this connection, that you're open to heading into the unknown and seeing where things go between the two of you. So from their perspective, you may want a new beginning with them, or want to head into the unknown, explore this connection in a very open, lighthearted manner. They think you feel willing to take a chance in this connection as well, and that they think you see the connection as an adventure, or even an interesting new chapter to explore in your life. So with the Fool, I believe that at least a tiny little bit of this person trusts or believes or hopes that you would consider moving forward with them, that you would consider seeing where this connection can go. With the King of Pentacles reversed here, they might also believe you sometimes see them as unstable or not fully reliable. So they may think you feel unsure about their ability to provide security, that you may feel ungrounded in this relationship often, or not seen in this relationship. They also think you feel like they may not be fully grounded or consistent or reliable, and that something about this connection on occasion feels very, very much off balance. They think you're very careful about them because you sense that there's something here in this connection that's kind of off balance, that's not really grounded, it's not very secure. So they sense that your feelings towards them also include some concern, thoughtfulness, and skepticism towards them, towards their intentions. Now with the Lovers here, and then with the Star as well, this is a lovely, very strong healing energy. So with these two, they actually believe you feel a deep romantic and soul connection, and that the relationship between the two of you can be very meaningful. They also believe you feel like there's a special bond, or a very significant emotional choice within this connection, within this bond between the two of you. And they may strongly feel that you see them as a significant person in your life. Or at least they may hope you do. They may hope they are significant for you. And yeah, they just think you see them as someone who is hopeful. They think you feel hope in this connection. They believe you feel inspired by them, at least on occasion. And they kind of think, or just hope, they basically hope that you perceive them, or you think of them as someone who is important to your future, and that you feel a sense of faith or emotional renewal connected to this relationship. That there's something about this relationship that's hopeful to you, that's a blessing to you, that's healing to you even. So they basically think that your feelings towards them are very sincere and hopeful, but not because of what they are like. They don't think this because of their own character. They think this because of your character, because they see you as this lovely, sincere, gentle, soft, beautiful, pure person. So they, because of that, believe your feelings towards them are very sincere and hopeful, not because they would think that they are good as a person. I feel like this person may on occasion have very negative perception of themselves, like they are not good enough, like especially with the King of Pentacles. There's a sense here like they are not really stepping up. So let's see what messages they have for you. So obviously, as said, this is a very significant connection to your person as well. And there is a strong attraction and chemistry between the two of you. They think you look at this connection as a connection that feels different or even unconventional to a degree for some of you. And yeah, that you're like curious about starting something new with them, but you may also have some concerns about the stability or just general reliability of this relationship and or your person. Okay, so you also are perceived to be someone who senses a deep romantic soul bond with them and hopes for like emotional healing connected to them. Okay, so before we get into these, I just want to say that we also do have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energies, Gemini energies, and Aquarius energies here. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, let's see what they want to say. So they believe they can't be the person you deserve to have. And that's very much in alignment with this King of Pentacles. What else is on their mind? Do you even need me? Like, do you need me? Am I significant to you? This person's really asking themselves, like, are they good enough? I'm not ready to reveal how I really feel. What we have is very special. So they also recognize the just, you know, the special, different connection that the two of you share. They do feel that. This person may also feel like there's just this restriction maybe between the two of you, like they want to be around you. They may feel like they can't have you, but still they kind of want to be with you or want to be around you. Let's get one more. I want to talk to you. So they want to be in more connection to you and more interactions with you, but feel like they can't. And they're very happy when they're with you or when they're spending time around you. So overall, just based on these energies, they feel that you do understand them deeply and that you are able to read them well. And that you feel something very sincere and emotionally gentle. And that you do experience strong attraction, but that you also do experience complicated feelings towards them. Part of that is also the reason that they, like, part of your complicated feelings based on their perception is also that they're not really like stepping forward, that they're not being very consistent or reliable. So basically, before we get into some guidance cards, I just want to say that the vibe in this person's mind is something like you feeling something very deep and meaningful for them, such as attraction, connection, hope, healing, softness, and tenderness. But they also think or know, they also know that you see their flaws very clearly. And I'm just hearing that that is what really unsettles this person. And they think that you feel the connection is both powerful and also complicated. So let's see what guidance Spirit wants to share with you guys. What wants to show for you today as a blessing or as guidance or as message cards. Okay, so we have expansiveness as your first card. And the message here is, eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So if you guys have been a bit, a bit screaming inside, if you've been feeling tense or if you've been feeling anxiety even, remember that it's just your ego. It's your exhausted ego feeling that. It's your rigid, constrained ego feeling that. Your ego is also connected to eternity. It's connected to source. It's connected to the universe, which is far more creative and far more expansive than anything that can be construed by your mind or by your ego. It's kind of connecting to that expansiveness again, or remembering you're a part of it can help you, can loosen up the anxiety or tension or rigidity or exhaustion if you've been feeling that. So let's see what else. We have letting go, such a beautiful card. So letting go, the message is everything is indeed out of control and God or the universe will hold it all. I can safely let go. So it's okay to let go. It's okay to not hold on to anything. It's okay to not put too much pressure on yourself. We have gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Gratitude. Focusing on gratitude and what you're grateful for. And we have courage. So the message here is, let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Beautiful. So that is all we have today. On the bottom, we have a reframe for any of you who may need to reframe something. So the message is, this is happening for me, not to me. If you need a little bit of a reframe of something that's going on in your life that may be stressing you out, this is your little sign. So thank you for tuning in. This is where I'm going to finish this off. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. It's been a pleasure sharing this space with you. If you want to book a personal reading, you can book to Etsy or Coffee. Links are below. And for those of you who may connect to or want to connect to more spicy readings, you can tune into 18+ pick a card readings on my Patreon, also linked down below. So thank you for tuning in, sharing your energy with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let me know how this was. And I'll see all of you in the next readings. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Bye. Namaste.